Om Amma. Know the basics of Sanatana Dharma. Episode 51. Today's topic: the Shavataras of Vishnu and its spiritual significance. Part B by Chandrasekhar Jayanti. Dear friends, in previous episodes, we have discussed about the definition of God that is given in Taittiriya Upanishad. The Brahman, the ultimate reality, the God, is defined as the source from whom the whole creation got manifested, within whom the whole creation is being sustained, and within whom the whole creation gets merged into. This is what it is said in Taittiriya Upanishad, dear friends. Now, the creator aspect of God is called as Brahma. The sustainer aspect of the God is called as Vishnu. The destroyer or assimilator aspect of the God is called as Shiva. The core of Sanatana Dharma is one God has infinite names, infinite forms, and infinite functions. God is both with form and also formless. So this we have discussed already in the previous episodes, dear friends. Now, Amma, the Mata Amritanandamayi Devi says, it was said by sages that creator and creation are not two but one. If you really look at it, the Vishwarupa shown by Lord Krishna in Mahabharata War is that the whole cosmos and the creator are one. This is what it is shown to Arjuna. Now, dear friends, let us also discuss what is spirituality or inner journey. Dear friends, a pursuit of seeking the source of creation within is spirituality. The realizing that our true being is one with the source of creation is spirituality. Perceiving the creation as creator is spirituality. This requires the inner journey, the going within, dear friends. But ego alone is our creation and not the God's creation, says Amma. Dear friends, if we really look at it, as we assert our individuality, it becomes the ego. With the ego, the selfishness ensues. With the selfishness, the greed, the cruelty, and the torture of other beings also result. Friends, this torture will make you a terrorist. And these terrorists are demonic in nature, and they are called as asuras in our Shastras, dear friends. Now, as you start dissolving your individuality through surrender to the divine, then the spirit of sacrifice ensues. Good godly qualities come to you, results in loving and serving all beings, dear friends. The righteous people are dharmic in nature. So this day you become righteous. You will become dharmic. You will become the society conscious. You will become all-loving. You will become self-disciplined. All these good qualities come. That is what it is called as Daivi Sampat in Bhagavad Gita. 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita talks about the Deva Asura Sampat Vibhaga Yogam. This is what the essence of the 16th chapter in Bhagavad Gita, dear friends. Now, in Gita, in the 4th chapter, Lord Krishna says, when evil people terrorize the world, the righteousness shall be in peril. To restore Dharma and to maintain harmony of the creation, the God manifests as an avatar, and again by protecting the good and punishing the evil. Dear friends, I insist the word again and again means avatars come again and again only to increase the dharmic qualities and to eliminate the adharmic people from the world. The avatar comes into the world, means the divine avatar comes into the world. Vishnu takes many incarnations for the good of the world. Now, Bhagavatam talks about 24 avatars, dear friends, and many Puranas and Mahabharata talk about 10 avatars. In the last episode, we have already discussed about this, dear friends, but there are some little variation even in this 10 avatars. Some Puranas don't consider Krishna as the 10 part of the 10 avatars, and he is considered as the Purna avatar and equated with the Vishnu. So that's what they say. Mastya Kurma Varahasya Narasimhasya Vamanaha Ramo Ramasya Bauddha Kalki Revacha. So this is what it is said. So they said Parshurama, Rama and Balarama. That's what they say. But in some also don't consider Buddha as an avatar in all these 10 avatars. Whatever it might be, dear friends, we take and we will discuss here the following 10 avatars: Mastya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, Vamana, Parshurama, Shri Rama, Sri Krishna, Buddha, and Kalki. We will be discussing these 10 avatars, dear friends, in our discussion. Now, there are two dimensions of understanding the Shavataras of Vishnu. There are two dimensions, or one is dharmic significance, another is spiritual significance, dear friends. When dharma is disturbed by selfish, egoistic evildoers, the harmony in the creation is disturbed, and the divine incarnation intervenes and restores the dharma by protecting the good and punishing the evil. This is what the significance of dharma, dear friends. Now, the spiritual significance. Every spiritual aspirant has to eliminate the negative tendencies within and has to develop the positive tendencies within as one strides the spiritual path. This requires a help of a guru or divine intervention. So, dear friends, here the guru is considered to you as a God who comes to you as for your spiritual evolution. So, dear friends, we'll be discussing both the aspects of each and every avatar, dear friends. Now, let us take Mastya avatar. From the dharmic perspective, Somakasura, who is a horse-faced demon, had stolen the Vedas from the mouth of Brahma and had hidden it in the ocean. Vishnu takes the form of a fish and restores Veda, at the same time saves the seeds of the creation with the help of sage Manu. When the knowledge is stolen by the world plunges in darkness. The divine incarnation in form of fish redeems the knowledge from the evil hands and also saves the seeds of the creation. So this is the sum and substance of Matsya avatar. Friends, let us look at the spiritual perspective. See, Vedas represent knowledge. It represents the self-knowledge from the Vedantic point of view. It is stolen by the sensual pursuits because the horse is represented as senses in Kathopanishad. Dear friends, when sensual pursuits are stealing the self-knowledge, when it takes away the self-knowledge, the guru or God intervenes by creating the self-awareness in spiritual aspirant. The ever-vigilant fish is a symbolic of self-awareness because the fish will never close its eyes. So it is always taken as the awareness, symbol of awareness. So the fish the spiritual aspirant should gradually grow in awareness, because what happens is when Vishnu appears as a fish, he appears as a tiny fish to Manu and he puts it in his kamandal. Then later he takes it into his tub. Then later he puts it in a small pond. Then again the fish grows bigger and bigger at each instance. Then he tries to place it in a river and slowly he takes it into a ocean. So this is the evolution of a spiritual aspirant. So the growing of the fish means the growing in awareness. So when you grow in awareness with the help of the Guru, slowly you will understand the self-knowledge and you will overcome the sensual pursuits, dear friends. This is the sum and substance, the spiritual aspect of the Mastya avatar. Now let us understand about Kurma avatar. Dharmic perspective. Kurma means the tortoise. Now, dear friends, when Asuras and demons and Devas, the godly beings, were collectively churned the ocean of milk of desires, many aspects of the creation manifest. In the churning process, the mountain Mandara, which represents mind, sinks into ocean of desires. Lord Vishnu assumes the form of tortoise and lifts up the sinking mountain and supports the churning process by being the base of the Mount Mandara. So this is the Dharmic perspective. Now, dear friends, let us look into the spiritual aspect of it. There is an inner conflict within everyone of us, the tug of war between positive and negative tendencies. During the churning process, the mind sinks into ocean of desires and goes into depression and requires a support. The Guru or God provides the support, and finally the positive tendencies win over the negativity to obtain Amrutam, that is immortality. Friends, this churning of the ocean is the churning of our mind, our vasanas, and slowly the positive forces will be winning over only to obtain the immortality, which is the sum and substance of spirituality, dear friends. So this is the spiritual perspective and dharmic perspective of Kurma avatar. Now let us understand the Varaha avatar. Varaha means the boar. Let us look at it from the dharmic perspective. Hiranyaksha, the demon, steals the earth and places it in the Patala Loka, means underworld, and the Lord Vishnu assumes the form of Varaha, the boar, and kills Hiranyaksha and replaces the earth on its axis. The axis that was lost for the earth again is placed on the axis by Lord Vishnu. People who exploit, rather steal earth's natural resources are demonic Hiranyakshas. This creates disharmony in the earth's movement. Human greed has exploited and exhausted the earth's wealth, and today we require one more avatar like Varaha avatar of Vishnu to restore the earth on its righteous path. Friends, let us look into the spiritual aspect of it. The demonic greed within us aspires to acquire and possess everything. It aims to conquer the external world. The Guru descends to eliminate our negative tendency of greed within us, and in the process saves the Mother Earth from exploitation. As you become greedy, you try to exploit the natural resources, the wealth of the world, the prosperity of the world. You want to acquire more and more. So definitely Mother Earth is exploited. The Mother Earth is shrunk. So it requires a freedom from this exploitation. So By eliminating the greed within you, the Mother Earth is also freed from exploitation. Dear friends, now let us look into Narasimha Avatar, the Dharmic perspective of Narasimha Avatar, dear friends. Now, the brother of Hiranyaksha is Hiranyakashipu. He wants to avenge the death of his brother. He performs tapas to conquer death and seeks the desire not to be killed by any means of physical parameters within time and space. He seeks a boon that an animal or a man should not kill him. He should not be killed by any weapon. He should not be killed inside the inside the palace or outside the palace. Or he says that he should not be killed in a day or in the night. Then the boon was granted. He starts terrorizing the world, not only the world, but all the three worlds. Friends, he projects himself as the God of the creation and wants everyone to worship him. This non-believer in God wants everyone to worship him. I stress, this non-believer in God wants everyone to worship him. He tortures his own son Prahalada, who believes in God, the Lord Vishnu. To eliminate this non-believer, Hiranyakashipa, Lord Vishnu takes the avatar of Narasimha, half lion, half man, and kills him by transcending the physical dualities of time and space and protects Prahalada. He chooses a time, twilight zone, that is neither the day nor the night. In the evening time, he chooses to kill him. He takes him and places him on the threshold. It is neither inside nor outside. Being a man and having a lion's head with lion's jaws and lion's nails, he is half man, half lion. So all the dualities he transcended, and he eliminates the evildoer who terrorized all the three worlds, dear friends. Now, let us look into the spiritual aspect of this Narasimha Avatar. The inner conflict between the belief in God, the supreme power, and non-believing in God has to be eliminated within a spiritual aspirant. This basic inner conflict traps the aspirant in dualities of love and hate, physical and non-physical, mortal and immortal, day and night, mind and body. So, dear friends, these dualities we have to transcend. The spiritual aspirant's firm faith in supreme reality makes him see the ultimate reality, pervading the entire creation by transcending the dualities. This requires courage, strength, and vigor of the line. The faith and surrender to the God or Guru makes one transcend the dualities of time and space and body and mind. The coming of Narasimha represents the transcendence of duality within us, and by seeing the oneness of the Creator, Prahalada could see the Creator in every inch of the creation. He worshipped creation as Creator and was one with it, whereas his father wanted to control the creation this is the sea of difference in the attitude. So Narasimha Avatar is an indication that we have to transcend the dualities and seek the ultimate truth, that is the oneness of the creation. The oneness of the creation is nothing but the source of the creation, who is nothing but God. When we are able to see the God as creation or creation as God, then we will be trying to transcend the dualities of this material existence, and we will be evolving in our spiritual perspective. So Narasimha Avatar indicates that, dear friends. In the next episode, we will discuss about the remaining avatars of Dasa avatars of Vishnu. In this episode, we have discussed about Mastya avatar, Kurma avatar, Varaha avatar, and Narasimha avatar. In the next episodes, we'll be discussing about Vamana avatar, Parshurama avatar, Rama avatar, Krishna avatar, and Buddha avatar, and Kalki avatar. Dear friends, we'll be discussing it in next episode. Om Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.